is Monday motivation. So welcome in. I tell you, it's been a good Monday for me. I hope it's been a good Monday for all of you guys as well. If you do not know who I am Pamela, aka Scooterrenee. I'm your host of tonight's Monday Motivation, as I am for all Monday Motivations. So welcome in. So good to see all y'all starting to come in and everything. More people will come in as they get the notifications. Some might be bouncing around from auctions and so forth. There's lots and tons of great things going on right now on YouTube. So, feel free to bounce in and out. It's okay. Make sure you do all the YouTubey things. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Do a ring the bell for all notifications so you know when I go live or upload new content. And then if you wouldn't mind a thumbs up, I would greatly appreciate that. As always, my channel would appreciate that. It's just good for the soul as good as the thumbs up, right? So welcome in. Again, if you are new to my channel, I hope you will continue to come back and on Monday nights. But also, in case you didn't know, I do auctions on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Sometimes Fridays and sometimes Saturdays, which is why you need to have the bell rung for all notifications so you know when I do or don't go live and so forth. If you are my OG, welcome in. So good to have you. Oh, real quick, if you are new to my channel, if you'll fill out the jot form, I do have it pinned up there at the top. In case you would like to come to an auction, you'll already have it filled out. You don't have to buy. And just FYI, I just keep your information for 1 year. And if you haven't bought within a year time, then I'll delete your information. That way I'm not hanging on to information for someone. So, but feel free to fill that out. That way it is just done and you're ready to go. But let me know when you have. If you're gray in chat, let me know that you filled it out. I'll make you blue. So all my OGs, you know who you are. Welcome in. So glad to see each and every one of your sweet smiling faces and see and chat and everything. Well, I don't see your faces, but you know what I mean, your avatar, everything. Also, the playback crew, thank you for always watching. Thank you for always being so dedicated to watching the playback. Just goes to show you don't have to catch me live, but it is so much better when you do, because then you can be right in on the action with the chatting and everything. Speaking of chatting, I did not realize that you now have to go in to, at least for this part, I'll need to check my other ones, but I have to go in and literally check off the box for the playback chat. So I apologize that the playback chat has not been playing. I did not realize I had to go in and turn that feature on, and I can only do it when I schedule the broadcast. I can't do it after the show. So I have on this one turned that on, so we're going to do a little test, make sure that does work come tomorrow or at the end or whenever. But so apologies to the playback crew if you had wanted to see what was being said in chat but couldn't see it. Well, now hopefully going forward you will, if I remember to turn it on, right? All right, let's see who all is in chat. First one in, Nancy Smith. Welcome in. Good to see you, Nancy. So glad you're here. Living my best life at 60. Hello, Echo. I'm about to be able to say living my best life at 50 come another 2 months, I think. So welcome in, Echo. Good to see you. We got Cassie, the Queen Bean here. Welcome. Good to see you. Cool Ranch, my sister. I get to see her in 2 weeks? 2 weeks? Or are we down to 2 weeks? I think 2.5 weeks, something like that. But yes, we're going to Colorado. I cannot wait. We'll be leaving on the 13th and coming back maybe sometime after that. Lisa D, welcome in. Good to see you. That's right. And happy birthday, Cool. Happy birthday. I messaged her first thing in the morning, yesterday morning when I got up to tell her happy birthday. Actually, I sung happy birthday to her in a chat, in a text. So, hello, Selena. There's my feather sister. So I have a sister, and then I got a feather sister. There you go. And you did have a blessed birthday. Awesome. Cool. We got Joanne here. Hello, Joanne. Welcome in. Good to see you. So good to see you. And yes, I was waiting for Selena to share the news, but Rylan, her grandson, He's so cute. If you haven't ever seen him, go back, catch some of our videos. Go back and catch him on Selena's channel while you're at it. And he got saved at church yesterday morning, so she texted me bright and early. Well, I wouldn't say it was early, but anyway, she texted me and told me. I was so happy. Such a sweet boy. I love him. He's my little buddy. My little buddy. All right. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. I did say Lisa. Why is it Lisa D that I can't ever remember if I said hello to you? Lisa D, hello. In case I did not say hello. That's the second time now within a week that I've sit here and question if I said hello to you. Let's see. Anybody else that I'm missing, not missing? See, no, it's in YouTube. You have to go into YouTube Studio. YouTube Studio. I need to go back and see like all the auctions that the chat's appearing. I know on Monday it's not appearing. Because every time I go back to, because I have to dispute my intro every time, even though I have the license to it, I have to dispute it every time. So that way I can get my AdSense. And so that's how I know it's not showing, because when I go over there, it doesn't pop up. So, oh, what did Echo is doing? Wonderful. Echo's looking good, guys. She's looking good. So proud of her. There she is, right there. I was wondering if she put it in there. Down total of 49 pounds. 30 since her surgery. How awesome is that? I know, Cassie. I was going to say that, and I was like, well, I don't ever want to put anybody on the spot, but I know Florence says something about us trying to meet up with you. So we'll have to see what all is going on. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. Cannot get here any faster. Cannot. I love Colorado to begin with. Robert and I, before we even knew Cool Ranch, went out there for my first Broncos game for a 15-year anniversary, and I fell in love with Colorado. Just the mountains and everything. I love Utah and Nevada because of all the mountains. You just don't see that. I mean, you see our hills. And I guess you could say we have Pinnacle Mountain. But it's not like a mountain like they have out there. Hey, Shelby, welcome in. Good to see you. Driving fast, beep, beep. That's right. Watch out. I saw a meme. I think it was yesterday, and I told Robert, I was like, I need that. And it says, when you get in my car, please realize I'm a race car driver. Hey, Sue, welcome in. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. I don't know why Siri's trying to listen to me. Go away, Siri. Thank you. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody, but if I did miss you, please let me know that I've missed you. Oh, I love Colorado. If you make it September, we might be out there again. That's kind of become our little anniversary thing. We might be out there next year for our 20, which this year, let's see, not this weekend, but next weekend, we are celebrating 23 years of marriage. So in 2 years, we won't be going out to Colorado. We're going to go somewhere. We're going to go to Hawaii for our 25 year. Hello, Kathy Sweet. Welcome in. Good to see you. Colorado is beautiful. I love Colorado. All right, guys. So tonight's episode is number 93, which means there's only 7 more episodes to the 100th episode of Monday Motivation. So we are really on the countdown now. So I was really debating about next Monday because I know next Monday's Labor Day. So let me know in chat if you would still be here for Labor Day night. Let me know that you would still be here. And then I might still go live next Monday. So just let me know. If everybody's going to be busy, then I'll just put off next week's episode to the following week. So that's Nancy, great minds think alike, right? That's what I'm asking you guys. So y'all let me know. Hey, Mike, welcome in. Good to see you. Mike will be on with me Wednesday night, guys. So be watching out for that. That's at 7:30 p.m. Central Wednesday night. Nancy says she'll be here. All right. So the more people that say they'll be here, I'll do next Monday. So Cool Ranch says yes. I know Labor Day is not like 4th of July or, Christmas or Thanksgiving, the big holidays. I know it's not that. But I do know people tend to go to the lake. It's the last weekend at the lake, and then they're worn out come that Monday, so, or they go to the pool all weekend. They do family things all weekend, so that Monday night they're worn out. So, but if y'all are going to be here, then I will make myself sit down, write my stuff out this weekend, and be ready for Monday night. All right, so I hope everyone had an awesome weekend. I hope you've had a great beginning to your Monday. I know for me, this weekend was very, very laid back weekend for me. I didn't source this weekend. I could have went. I didn't have to work at the flea market this weekend. I could have went. And I was like, I'm not spending any money. I'm not spending any money before we go on our trip. I'm just going to buckle down. And so I didn't. I didn't go sourcing. I was really thinking I wasn't going to be able to not go. But I didn't. So I'm proud of myself. Yesterday, I did not do anything at all. I just laid around. Like, if I wasn't laying in bed, I was laying in my chair, watching TV, playing games on my phone. Like, literally no brain power yesterday except to play the game on my phone. That was it. No other brain power. And let me tell you, I might have had a hard time going to sleep, but I was up and ready to go this morning. So I needed yesterday to just do nothing. So Nancy Smith says she did in car troubles. That's never fun. I know. I hope you are. You need to let me know by like Wednesday morning. That way, if I need to, I can cancel it. So I can cancel it if we need to. So, and if I need to, no big deal. We'll just get it rescheduled, Mike. No big deal. Just let me know. I did. Yes, I did good. Like, did not. Robert said something Sunday. He was bored out of his mind. I figured he was sick and tired of going to estate sales, but he was bored out of his mind Sunday. And he made a little comment about it, and I was just like, I just wanted, one, not to do anything, and two, wanted to see if I could do it, and I did it. So I have a really bad FOMO where I feel like, which is fear of missing out, really, really bad, and I fought that this weekend. Good. All right, so as I said that I did nothing at all yesterday, I realized how fitting tonight's topic is: busting yourself, busting myself, because I did it. I was like, nope, you're grounded. You're grounded for the weekend. But now, granted, we're talking from a financial aspect that deals with money, but I literally had to bust myself yesterday, as in, stop it, Scooter, slow down, be okay to not do anything or everything. Give yourself some grace and allow yourself just to be. Lay in bed if you want to lay in bed. Sit in the chair and do nothing but games on your phone. Just nothing. Absolutely nothing. And so, I don't know about you guys, but I feel at times I'm just constantly going and moving. And if I'm not going, my brain's going. And it's constantly all over the place and everything. But I work full-time at my full-time job during the day, during the week. And then I work full-time at my reselling business. It seems a lot of the time. My brain is constantly going, as I told you, it's just constantly just crazy with ideas, crazy with other thoughts, things like that. And then I work my booths, and I volunteer a lot of my time at Hometown Country by working every other weekend, and then I also help with the rent, keeping up with the books and stuff. And that's kind of become a full-time thing as well. Just real quick, I know I saw something. Lisa D's got to take her car to the shop. Fun stuff, right? Cool Ranch said, I've been busting my butt today, cleaning nonstop. See, right? I had a client call today, and she wants to help her son out. Her son had a bad wreck, and He's got to have a total hip replacement, and she didn't realize how bad things was for him, but he's not had any income since April and all this. She's like, I shouldn't have got the new windows. I shouldn't have got the new windows. And I'm just like, you just never know. Like, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You got to live your life. You got to live your life and deal with all that mess that comes along with it, right? Good job, Selena. Okay. So, I also had to bust myself last night as I laid there in bed, worrying about things that literally was making me nauseated thinking about it. And I had to tell myself to stop, which is why I couldn't go to sleep. But I had to tell myself to stop, to not be thinking about those kind of things late at night. And when I say I'm looking forward to going to Colorado, I'm looking forward to going to Colorado. I'm looking for a break, a huge break. So I cannot wait. So yes, we're talking about besting ourselves financially tonight, but just out of curiosity, and this is chat participation time, which none of y'all usually have a problem with that anyways. But this is chat participation time. How many of you best yourself on things like what I described, or even financially? I want you to put I in chat if that is you. Can anyone relate with besting yourself? Have you ever bested yourself for whatever it might be? Put I in chat. Put I. It'll be 400. I'll have $1 left till payday. Right? And somehow we make it work, though. I don't know when payday is, though, Lisa D. Kathy Sweet says I. Joanne says I. Lisa D says I. We all have bested ourselves a time or two or more. Right? So I would also be curious to know what you have bested yourself out about. But only share if you want to. I'm not going to go over them, but if you want to share in chat, I would just be curious to see what you best yourself out at, And y'all can share as we go along with tonight's topic as well if you like to. So tonight's chapter is about best practices for besting yourself when it comes to money. And again, this is besting those false beliefs we have around money. And, we have to best ourselves first before we can rebuild ourselves with the knowledge that we're learning from this book. And again, this is the book that we're going over. You are a badass at making money. Again, explain again what busted means. Busted. Busted. Arkansas term. Oh my gosh. But yes, we are talking about everything and anything. So we're talking about money. We're talking about financially besting ourselves. But if you can apply this to any other part of your life, do it, because it works. It helps. And also, always check yourself before you wreck yourself. I was thinking about you better best yourself before you wreck. I don't know what I'm thinking. Anyway. Selena says, I best myself that I've been doing a lot of depression. I've been buying too much, right? That's when I tend to buy. It's when I'm depressed. Late at night on Ambien. I can name all kinds of times, right? Thank you, Selena, for sharing that, though. All right, here we go. Whew. Positive spot thought. This one is a slap you in the face kind of quote, because this is what I was doing last night, and I think I might have to write this down on my mirror, my dry erase marker, so I can remember this quote, because it just smacked me up against the head when I saw this quote. Are you ready? Again, because this is probably one of my new favorite quotes. You have to want your dreams more than you want your drama. You have to want your dreams more than you want your drama. that just knocked me up by the head when I read that quote. That anybody in chat ever read a quote like that, and it's like a aha moment, or maybe it's a slap you in the face kind of moment, dead on, knock you in the head, I should have had a V8 kind of moment, one that resonates with you and just bothers you and it wakes you up kind of quote. You have to want your dreams more than you want your drama. Woo! It gives me chills to just say that. It just does it for me. How many of us literally have had a dream and we just created all this drama around the dream that we were going for? We do what they call this whole self-sabotaging before we can even get that dream going. I've been there. I've done that. I know I have. And heck, I probably still am, because I'm learning a lot this along with you guys. I'm not any better than you. I'm not further ahead than you. I'm learning this right here with you. And so, but this quote, boy, it just had so much power for me when I read that. And I was just like, you don't say. You have to want your dreams more than you want your drama. I was just like, wow. See, Joanne? Sorry, I just saw a chat. Joanne was talking about she spends too much on auctions. See, that's why y'all see me pop in, but you won't see me stay around usually. It's like, I want to go in, show my support, and then I'm getting myself right out of there so I'm not spending any money. Unless I see something right then and there when I walk in. So, now y'all know my secret. And in the beginning of the chapter, she talks mainly about going to this money manifesting type coaching seminar, the motivation type seminars. I don't know if any of y'all have ever been, but that's what I gravitate towards and everything. So I was just like pointing fingers at myself, because I'm like, that would be me. That would so be me. But again, those of us that we got to have these feel good, lift you up, motivating, you are a badass type, motivating type of event and everything. So she's at this event, and it's with a coach that she has been following for a while, and they are offering 2 packages. And one is for like a group thing for $15,000, where you're in this group and so forth, so it's not one-on-one. And then the other one, which is where they always get you, the other one is where you get one-on-one with the guy that's leading this thing, the head honcho guy. You get that for $85,000. Woo! You talk about some money. And of course, she talks about how this is something that really pushed her out of her comfort zone. I mean, it would definitely push me out of my comfort zone, way out of my comfort zone for $85,000. But she's breaking it down in her head and so forth. And later on, at the end of the chapter, she said she didn't even do it that day. And she ended up spending about that much later on with somebody else. But she had manifested that money and made that money within a year's time to where she could pay for it. But she's breaking it down in her head, and she does this flash from no way to there must be a way. We're so quick that we start putting up the wall, and we're like, nope, not this girl. Nope, I can't do that. I can't go ziplining. I can't, spend that much money for something that I need or whatever. We immediately get pushed back into our comfort zone, and it's just a quick little switch that we turn on that we go, no, there's got to be a way. If there's a will, there's a way. All those great sayings and stuff. Right, Cool Ranch, that is insane. Who does that? But there's people out there who do that. There's coaches that charge us just as much. It's just insane. But if they do the trick, they get you from point A to point B in a shorter amount of time. It might be worth it. And if you triple that, it's definitely worth it, right? So at one point she makes one point that she makes is that when it's something pushing you out of your comfort zone, then that's the time that you know that you need to hurl yourself into the fire. You got to run face first towards your biggest fear. As I told you guys, even if I'm failing, I want to fail falling forward. That way I see what I'm falling towards, my goal that I'm falling towards. I don't want to go backwards. But you got to take big, audacious action in the direction of your dreams, and do not let the fact that you're wetting your pants stop you. Right? Yes, it's insane, Cool Ranch. It is insane how much coaches can make. So no matter what it is, maybe it's $1,000, maybe it's $500, maybe it's on a smaller scale, but it's a big amount for you, and it's not the $85,000, or maybe it's something that doesn't even concern money that you're wanting to do, but you're afraid to do because it's nowhere near your comfort zone. Last week we talked about the little prince and how he gets freaked out, and the little prince is our subconscious. He gets freaked out when things are changing and taking us out of our comfort zone. And she says, this is the feeling you're going for when you make a huge leap in your life. You want equal parts of excitement with equal parts of terror. That's when you know, hey, you might be doing the right thing. She also says if you succeed at staying the course, one of the glorious results is that you'll freak your subconscious out, so much so that it will start rising with the pew-pews ablazing and reveal itself to you like a pheasant being startled out of the bush. You know how the peasants, whenever the hunters or the dogs, and all of a sudden you just see them fly out of the bushes. That's exactly what she says your subconscious mind will start doing. As she dug deeper into this, she also revealed a false belief, and one that had been buried deep down inside in the muck and everything. And she was afraid of making her father, who loved helping her, even financially, would feel like she had abandoned him and no longer needed him. He wasn't supporting her financially or anything, but he loved to be able to help her and give her money whenever it was needed. But that was a false belief that she had, that if she did this, then it was going to result in this, and it didn't even result in that at all. But she gives us 4 besting yourself tips in the book. And let me remind you that this is all regarding obtaining a bigger wealth for ourselves. It's all financial. So these tips are based on that, based on the money aspect and everything. Number 1, besting yourself tip is bum rush your fears. Bum rush your fears. What is something that you can do right now that will help you make a giant step closer to your goal of getting rich, or whatever your goal may be, or to have more wealth? What is the one thing that you can do right now that will help you make a giant step towards that goal? And you want to make sure it's a scary step of something you'd rather not do, something that makes you feel like you're going to puke. I might not be up to all the puking part, but you want to make it make you feel queasy, Bum rush, bum, B-U-M, rush your fears. And as you uncover these unknown, unhelpful beliefs, you want to take the time to feel whatever feelings are coming up. Let your feelings rip. But the key thing to remember is when you do that, don't stay there too long in those feelings. Just as I tell you guys, and I've told you before, have your fit, have your temper tantrum, have your pity party, whatever you want to call it. But then move on and focus where you're heading, not on resenting where you're coming from. Don't be looking in that rearview mirror. When you have discovered what is holding you back, make sure you are starting to release it. And start thinking about your new story and what that looks like. And use the things that you've learned. Remember, this is all your stuff, your beliefs that you have created for yourself. Release the energy inside of you. Well, I know since I spent a lot, I'm going to sell things I love but don't need sometimes. You have to make hard actions for your reactions. Amen. I love that. Hard actions for your reactions. Yes. Yes. Love it. And like I said, you want to release whatever it is that was holding you back. And then be in the moment. Feel everything as you're figuring out what it is that's holding you back. But don't stay there too long. Do not stay there too long. Number 2. Best in yourself tip, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. I've been telling you guys to be paying attention to yourself and what you say to yourself. The thoughts you have about yourself and the words you use, they are BFFs. Your words and your thoughts are BFFs. They are best friends forever. And they share everything. But if you are not where you want to be financially, your language probably could use an upgrade as well. As we start to notice these beliefs, these false beliefs that we have, that we're uncovering, that we have had in the past, you will also start to notice that the words you choose to use that come out of your mouth. So as you're going over these false beliefs, you'll start noticing words that have led you to those false beliefs before. Right? Exactly, Selena. Yes. The words and thoughts you are saying and thinking about yourself and the life circumstances you are in are probably the easiest to bust about yourself. You'll just automatically catch yourself. I've done it. I'll sit there and go, well, that was stupid, Scooter. Or that was stupid, Pamela. No, it wasn't. It wasn't stupid. It just wasn't the right thing to do. But it's the easiest to start busting yourself about as you get these words and these thoughts that are not good for you. You just have to be committed to paying attention to these thoughts and that you have, or the words that you say. You have to be committed to catch yourself on the fly that, hey, that's not how I should have said that. That's not how I should have thought that. The mantra that the author inserts here is to slow down and shut up. Slow down and shut up, Scooter. You know, take deep breaths before you speak, which they tell you to do this when you're in an argument. You don't want to be so quick to react. You want to slow down. You want to think about what you're about to say. And that's what she says here. When you do that, you have time to notice what you were about to say to yourself. So slow down and shut up. Also, listen to what your friends and family members are saying to themselves and question if you sound that way. Because you will notice that we surround ourselves usually with people who have similar perceptions of reality and will say these same beliefs about money that you have. So pay attention and slow down and shut up. Right? There you go. Right, Selena? Yes, moving will always help with that. So pay attention to who you surround yourself with. Are they saying the same kind of things that you catch yourself saying to yourself that aren't such pretty things that you shouldn't be saying or thinking or whatever? So here are some phrases to watch out yourself for and the people that you surround yourself with. So here is the false belief. I want equals I lack. I wish, but I'm not in control equals disempowering. I need, because I ain't got, equals lack. I can't. I'm trying, but I'm not committed. I hope, might happen, might not, equals lacks faith. I should, but maybe I won't, and maybe I don't want to. I don't know, spoken as truth, slams doors shut on finding out. Hey, Mary, welcome in. Good to see you. All right. Thank you, Selena. All right. So, but then here are some replacements for those. So instead of I want, maybe you say I have. I wish becomes I create. I need, you can replace with I'm grateful for. I can't, replaces with I can. I'm trying, I choose. I hope can mean I enjoy. Or you can replace any of the other ones that I said with I love. So those are some replacements that she had for you. So if you're thinking of the first few that I said, then you can replace it with any of the other replacements that I told you. So, and then here are better replacements today in place of what you already said that, I think, right? Yes, I've already said that. Sorry, guys, I jumped way ahead of myself in my notes. All right, so she says there are two words that we need to be aware of, what we all have probably said or say. Two small little words. I know. She says nothing slams the door on further investigation and radical action faster than doing the, yeah, I know, I should be aware of my thoughts, next topic, because you've already shut it down. I know, I should be careful what I say to myself. Next topic is basically what you're saying. Awesome job, Nancy. I have create, grateful for, can, choose, enjoy, love. Yes. Yep. Because I was thinking of you when I was saying about this stupid thing. I was like, I surround myself with Selena. I'm just picking. So, those of us that seek out self-help books, videos, events, you know who you are. I'm right there with you. You know that we have to hear things over and over and over before it will finally click with us. You have to keep your eyes wide open and always be wondering. Another thing that those two little words are dangerous for, the I know, shuts you off from receiving information from God or whatever universal intelligence you want to believe in. It shuts you off from receiving that information. I know. You know. When our spouses will say the dishes didn't get done, and you're like, I know, which means I don't want to talk about it anymore. If you just think about it. So some of us can be so engrossed in what our brain is telling us that we're attached to what our brain is saying that we miss out on receiving a much deeper knowledge. Y'all get that? Some of us can be so engrossed in what our brains is telling us that we're attached to what our brain is saying that we miss out on receiving a much deeper knowledge. She puts in here, important, I know note, it's in capital letters. You have clearance to use I know when used as a confirmation of awesomeness, such as I know I can make buttloads of money. I know I am a badass, etc. You do have clearance to say I know when it comes to that kind of thing. Number 3, besting you tip, shut up even more. Shut up even more. Any of you ever heard the saying, a wise man once said nothing? Anybody? Anybody ever heard that? A wise man once said nothing. Basically, it's saying get silent, step out of the way, and listen to your intuition and God so that true wisdom can reach you and flow out of you. When you slow down and shut up, your chances go way up to where you can make powerful choices and also allow more time to catch yourself and ask, why are you about to say this? Why are you about to say the thought that you have in your head? If you are into meditation, this is one way to shut down the noise in your brain. If you are into meditation at all, it allows you to find out what's going on underneath. And her recommendation is just 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes a day, she says, set a timer and sit in a comfortable position. Focus on your breathing and notice what thoughts come in and gently push them back out by refocusing on your breathing. And you want to keep a notepad handy to write down what thoughts that came through at the end of 5 minutes, what thoughts that came through that you want to remember and to investigate further. She also recommends that you ask yourself a question about something that you're struggling with before sitting down, like, what thoughts about money are blocking my flow? You want to ask yourself that before you sit down to meditate about it. Good night, Shelby. Knowing and doing the hardest part, right, Mary? Yes. Yep. Always. Another exercise that she recommends is visualization. Take 5 or 10 minutes to imagine yourself living out one of the specifics of your desires for, she says riches, so for more wealth, however you want to word it. Whatever word you want to put there. It doesn't even have to be about money. If it's a trip, take yourself there and notice how it feels, how it smells, where you stay, what you see, what you buy, what you eat, etc. Think about those things. In your mind, visualize that you're already there. What are you doing? And stay in that feeling and notice if any beliefs come up that are not good, such as not deserving the trip, you're being selfish, or how other people are in dire need all over the world and here you are just spending money. And you want to write down anything that comes up and then question it. Number 4. If you haven't paid attention to anything else, this is where it gets good, I think. Number 4, besting yourself tip. Have an us talk with money. Whether you want to admit it or not, you're having a relationship with money. And one way the author recommends to find out how you feel about money is to write a letter to it as if it was a person, and to give you a feel how a letter might go. Here's the one that she wrote herself, and then she also puts a few others in here, and I won't read them all, but I'll read you a couple, just so you kind of understand how the letter should flow when you write your letter to money. So, let's see. Dear money, I feel confident and secure when you're here, and I like to spend you when you're around. I feel generous to others, but sometimes you leave without saying goodbye. You're like a lover who comes and goes on a whim and yet always wants you back. It makes me feel resentful and frustrated. I get so scared when you go because I'm afraid maybe you'll never come back. It makes me feel bad about myself. Why can't you just enjoy being together? No, yes, Selena, yes. Yes. That's awesome. Yes. Yes. Come on, girl. Another one is, dear money, I love you and respect you and try really hard to use you wisely. But I often feel like I let you down. Unless I work really hard, I don't feel I deserve to have more of you in my life. I know all the wonderful things that we can do together. Enjoy amazing vacations, bless my family, give to charities I believe in. Yet I often don't feel I deserve to have more of you in my life. Right? I love these. I mean, it's just like writing a love letter to your ex-lover or whatever. All right, we'll do one more. Dear Money. Here we go. This one's good. Dear Money. You think so, cool? You think so? Maybe I could try that. Maybe. Dear Money, I really hate you. I hate that you have the ability to literally cause me physical pain when I look at bills. I hate that my stomach leaps into my throat whenever I look at my student loan balance. I hate that you have this much power over me. I actually would love to dedicate my life to helping people, but I feel beholden to take jobs I dislike so I can make more of you. I wish that I could have a clean slate with you. I want to come from a place of abundance and not one of fear, anger, and regret. Woo! That one right there. Yes. How many of us could write that letter? How many of us could write that letter right there? Yes. I think so. Yes. So that kind of gives you ideas of some letters that you can write. If that's something that you would like to do, if that's an exercise that you would like to do, if that's what you can write, a letter to money, dear money, right? Yes. You will notice that you might have a push-pull type of relationship with money, as do most people. Your energy could be blocking it while trying to welcome it at the same time. Your energy could be blocking it while trying to welcome it at the same time. She shares a story. Here we go. Here's where we're going deep for a little bit. She shares a story about a monkey trap. And maybe you have heard of this story, but this trap for monkeys has been used in parts of Africa and India. And the author thought it was a great metaphor on how we choose to hold on to our limiting beliefs about money or about anything, relationships, job, whatever. But they take a box and they put a hole in it. They cut a hole in it and they stick a banana inside the box. And they leave it, usually wherever monkeys are, and they wait. And when the monkey comes along and sees the box, the monkey reaches in and grabs the banana. Now, they don't make this hole, super big. It's just about big enough for them to get their hand in. But he reaches in, he grabs it, and it gets trapped because his fistful of banana is too big to pull out through the hole in the box. And if the monkey wants to be free, all he has to do is let go. But if he insists on holding on, he will be trapped. How many of us have found ourselves in that type of situation? Regardless if it's money, relationships, jobs, friends, or family members, etc. How many of us just chose to hang on when all we had to do was let go to be free? Anybody with me on that? Because here we go. Here's my story. And maybe it'll resonate with you. But another example I have used for myself was a rope, visualizing a rope. I remember when I was going through that very dark time with my stepdad, and I was doing everything I could that I thought to do and what I thought was helping him. I've shared the story, so I'm not going to repeat it. But everything that I thought that was going to help him, I was trying to do. Keeping his secrets, keeping his shame. Wasn't my shame. I was keeping his shame. Feeling sorry for him, feeling sorry about him and what life had done to him. Not even looking at what I was going through all this. Wasn't even paying attention. Wasn't even on my radar. Myself, was not even on the radar. Protecting his image, keeping him up on this now unstable pedestal because I looked up to this man. And to keep him wanting to stay alive, and I was just hanging on to all of this on a rope that was connected to him, like visually hanging on as hard as I could on this rope. One of my best, dearest friends, Teresa, She met me at Starbucks one day, and she patiently listened while I was sitting there bawling my eyes out over our coffee, whatever choice of the day was that we had. And I was getting out all of this, how could he, why could he, what he should be, on and on and on about what I was going through with him. Why he just couldn't see. My best friend, she reached across the table and she grabbed my hands. And I'll never forget what she told me as the tears was running down my cheek. And it makes me get chills, and as you can see, it still brings tears to my eyes to this day, because I can go back to that moment. I can go back to that moment and I can still feel it. But because it was so, what she said was so meaningful and so profound. And it was just 5 small words that made a huge, powerful statement that I needed to hear in that moment. Let go of the rope. Let go of the rope. Yeah, 5 words. Let go of the rope. I don't know if I've ever shared that story before now. I don't know if I've ever shared that story with anybody, to be honest with you, as I was thinking about this. And maybe that story was meant to only be told in this moment at this time, and that maybe let go of the rope will be the statement that you needed to hear in chat. Let go of the rope. 5 simple, small words. These false beliefs I had that if I let go of the rope that I was the bad daughter, or I didn't care, or that I was being selfish with my own needs and what I needed at that time. I hope that's a good wow, Selena. And I hadn't even thought of that story until I was doing my notes for tonight's topic. And I don't even know what led me to even share that with you guys. But yeah, those false beliefs was holding me back, because I was thinking I was the bad person. I was the bad daughter. I was, it wasn't about me. It was about him and everything. And I mean, it's my mom that had been diagnosed with Alzheimer's. It was my mom that was going to be a shell of a woman that was my mom. It was my mom that was losing her mind, her memories that she had held on to all these years. It was my mom that was going to eventually die of this god-awful disease. But she would win in the end, because she would be made whole again. And all I had to do was shut up and let go of the rope. So while that story has nothing to do with money, maybe it gives you an example of other things in your life that you're holding on to false beliefs, and just to let go of the rope. You see, these false beliefs, regardless of what they may look like for you, whether it's money, relationships, or a job, these false beliefs, this rope that we choose to hang on to, that banana that the monkey chooses to hang on to stay in these stories of false, it's because we benefit from them. You get to keep your identity as a broke person, whether it's financially or relationship-wise. You get to blame your brokenness on other things and people outside of yourself. Really, Mary? Yes. I often thought I was born just to be there for my mom. Yes. We do this because we don't want to push ourselves outside of our comfort zones and risk failing. We don't have to look like an idiot, losing money or relationships, changing and becoming different from our family and friends. While I was downright miserable in a relationship with my stepdad, it was comfort because it was all I had known. I hadn't stepped outside of that. That's why that quote that I shared at the beginning resonated with me so much. You have to want your dreams more than you want your drama. Let go of the rope. Yes, I lost my relationship with my stepdad, but it was the relationship I didn't want because it wasn't him anymore. I love him so very, very, very much, but I love the man he was before everything went downhill, before he went into the downward spiral of depression and everything when my mom was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. I mourned the man he was. And I thought my world would fall apart if I let go of the rope. And guess what? It didn't. The world kept going, as we all know too well when we're grieving. Whether it's someone that's passed or someone that's still alive that we no longer have a relationship with. And that can even fit with money as well, since that's what we're talking about is money. But the world's going to keep on going. As we start to uncovering these false beliefs, don't get so wrapped up in the processing these blocks. These false beliefs are considered as blocks, that you forget to take the action necessary to change your life. Because then you get stuck in that area instead of moving forward. Sorry, just reading the chat here. Oh, Mary. Awesome. So you want to investigate your false belief and move forward in action. The author says that you make progress and you unearth your crap, like a 2-for-1 deal. Keep moving forward and uncover your truths, your false beliefs. The key point the author shares is when you get a hit on what's holding you back and realize what you need to do to move forward, act immediately. As for my situation with my stepdad, you will also find that you are battling deep ingrained false beliefs. And again, maybe it's financially that you've got those deep ingrained false beliefs as well. And up until the moment that false belief was extremely successful at limiting you your entire life. Don't hesitate, because if you do, you give that false belief time and space to take over again. Hesitation is what will allow all of your favorite excuses drown out your resolve and sweep you back to the safety of your comfort zone. So don't hesitate. Right, Mary? Amen. Oh, thank you, Cool. You're always so good about that. All right, guys, let's go over the get rich part of the book. She doesn't put a success story at the end of this chapter, just the get rich. And the money mantra this week, again, you want to say it, write it, feel it, own it. But I love money because money is always here for me. I love money because money is always here for me. And if you want to take it further, you want to write down the 5 most common limiting words or phrases you and the people you hang out with most use to talk about money. Number 2, you want to shut up, slow down, stop using them. Number 3, meditate for at least 5 minutes every day. Before sitting down, ask the question, what belief is blocking me from making money? Write down any insights you get, question them, come up with a new story, and repeat it to yourself as described in the previous chapter. Come up with one, this is number 4, come up with one super exciting reason that you want to make money and spend 5 to 10 minutes visualizing all the details of it. Notice if any limiting beliefs come up, and if so, follow the drill in number 3. Number 5. Write a letter to money. Notice the key, most emotional, limiting beliefs that come up for you and do the rewrite drill for them too. Number 6, listen to your intuition during meditation, visualization, or just running around being you. And the moment you get a brilliant idea that would move you in the direction of your financial dreams, jump on it. Go for it like you've never gone for it before. Leap like the largest leaping leaper ever. Notice any crappy thoughts that come up while you're in the midair and rewrite them. But do not stop your forward motion in order to do so. The successful completion of this one exercise could land you in full-on badassery. Just saying. So fill in the blank. I'm grateful to money because. I am grateful to money because. That's your fill in the blank. That's all your homework for this next week. If you even do these. If you don't, I encourage you to get the book. You can download it. You can buy the actual print copy. I have the link down below in the description. And so if you click on it, it's going to show you all the books that she has. So we've done the yellow book, as I call it, which is just You Are a Badass. We're doing the Making Money. There's another one that I'm thinking about getting. I just don't know if we'll cover it as soon as after this. Because there's another book that I really think a lot of us women could really use right now. So, all right. Let me go back. Lena says, I'm going to get rich because I'm going to get the help I need. Amen, right? Good step in the right direction in midair. I love the words that she uses in these books. I love them. They're so funny to me. Some of her stories I could never share here live because it's just like things you don't say while you're live. But they're funny. They're funny. Mary says, I am grateful to money because it allows me to do good and it always comes around when I need it. Right? Yes. Manifest it. Speak it into existence. Right? All right. Thank you guys for being here tonight. I haven't quite decided if I'll go live. We've already just discussed that. I can take that out of my notes now. We'll be live next Monday. So again, make sure you're subscribed. You have the bell mark for all notifications. And I already have the thumbnail up for next week. And we're going to be discussing the hollering of your heart. Hollering of your heart is what it's going to be about. Let me see if she puts. Sometimes she'll put extra words in the title, and I just don't use them all. Yeah, it's just the hollering of your heart. That's what it is. Yep. So that's what we'll be talking about next Monday. Tomorrow night, Selena will be back with me at 7:30 p.m. Central. Wednesday night, if Mike Bartsack Jack is feeling good, he'll be on with me at 7:30 p.m. Central on Wednesday night. And it's been a while. He was on me way back when I first got started in doing YouTube. Way back. So he is a funny guy. He is definitely a funny guy. So he'll be here with me Wednesday night. Thursday night, I will not be live because I remember that Roflo and I were going to a Razorback game here in Little Rock that my boss has. He gets season tickets. So he invited us to go. And so I felt like I needed to go because that offer doesn't come often. So. And then, but on Friday that afternoon, I will be on Cool Ranch channel that afternoon. So I'll be over there with Cool Ranch on Friday afternoon. So make sure you subscribe to Cool Ranch. Make sure you subscribe to each other. Support each other. Show some love to one another. Even if they're not a reseller, they don't do videos, go subscribe to them anyway. Show that support for them. All right, let me go back up real quick. Last fall, I mourned the child that was raped, beaten, cheated on, unloved, and I let her go. I got on my knees and prayed till I set her free. Right? Amen. Nancy says, I am grateful for money because it allows me freedom and to help myself and others. Right? Yes. Coranch says, maybe I should be your co-host so I can say all the things you wouldn't. And you'll be Ed McMahon. That could be Johnny. Here's Johnny. All right, make sure I'm not missing anything else. That's right, Friday we'll be on Cool Ranch's channel. All right, guys. So I hope y'all have a great night. And if I don't see you around the YouTube, have a great week. I hope I do, though. But have a great week if I don't. Remember to let go of the rope, those false beliefs, and let them go because they do not serve you. And let's move forward. Let's do this thing, guys. Good night.